Here on Tuks FM. In studio, I have with me Fritz Gun. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Hey.
Fritz, Phlippie, Colin, and Johan, if I'm not mistaken. How's it going? Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, man. If you were in studio now, you could see these are the most chilled oaks ever. You guys just chill the whole time. You guys wander around the station, you own the place, chilled, you're drinking, you're having fun. Well, drinking, cool drink. Let me get that out there before anything else. First things first, though, when we're talking, Fritz Gun, the name. Now, I've been told by you that you're Fritz. You're saying it's going to take quite a lot of explanation. Let's get the short version.
Okay, so I'll try to put it as short as possible. So, firstly, my own name is Fritz Gun Tuks, and it's
Günther, okay.
Yeah, so it's derived from German heritage or whatever that might be. Basically, I just got the name from my parents.
Okay.
Afrikaners struggle to say Günther, or let's say Gunter of Gunter. So, as a stage name, that kind of just took off to be the better version, Fritz Gun. Well, obviously, there's strong symbolism connotations to the words Fritz and Gun as well. Fritz being more of a common take on things from the Second World War, where Americans would, call all Germans or everything bad. Just it's on the Fritz or either Fritz Gun. Saying
get you.
Germans, that kind of thing. And gun being the symbolism for any position of power, basically, or saying the guy with the gun is in charge. So from that perspective or that viewpoint, we can more or less say a Fritz Gun as a negative connotation to it. So basically, it's an intolerance against anybody holding different opinions than your own. So our band's take to it is how we fuse that with our music. From a practical viewpoint, is we would like to take that gun and point it at the position of power or the source of manipulation.
Okay. So this is a band. This is like a whole band. Because there are quite a few, like in a bio, it says that it's a one man with a band behind them, so it's a full band here.
Yes, this is the full band. So the four of us. I perform solo a lot, but I also do it under the same name. I believe to be versatile like that. It's good to adapt to the environment.
Cool, man. So how did you guys actually get together? Because you guys are involved in other work as well, in other bands as well. How did you guys actually come together as Fritz Gun?
Well, Fritz was the worship leader at a church, and about 5 years ago, Phlippie and myself played with him.
Okay.
I was the drummer there, and Phlippie played the bass guitar in the band. So we musically we were together, playing together, obviously in a whole different situation. And then for a few years, we were speaking about starting something. Last year we got together, Fritz and myself, and that's how I basically started playing with him. I don't know how Colin.
And Colin?
Yeah, well, basically, for about 5 years ago, me and Fritz and myself played for a band called This Is Goodbye. So after that band broke up, it was a quiet time for me. But then about 2 months ago, contacted Fritz again. We've been in contact ever since. And just the communication happened, and we said, listen, I want to come join you guys because I really dig what you guys are doing. And he said, well, there's a spot open. So about a month and a half ago now, I joined up with him again, and I think the sound is much fuller now, and works very nicely now with the extra guitar in it. So.
We needed a heavy, dark sound like yourself.
That's kind of the issue.
The heavy, dark side.
Dark, heavy side.
If someone doesn't know Fritz Gun, try and describe them in 5 words.
Well, I tend to put the genre in alternative blues rock, but that doesn't describe the band. I'd like it to be described as taking the situation and just taking all the influences from a situation and putting it out into
the king of summarization here, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
So I failed that test. Moving on.
Okay, so let's talk about day jobs. It's something I always find interesting with, especially South African bands, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it doesn't start out easy. It's never easy in the beginning. So do you guys have day jobs apart from Fritz Gun?
Well, I'm an assistant lecturer here at
That's awesome. What do you assistant lecture?
Computer science.
That's
modules.
hectic.
I actually met one of my students in the studio. He's on the production team.
Really? Okay. Today, yeah?
Yeah, just outside now.
Muzi? Mzwandile?
No.
Oh, someone else.
Students as
Oh,
well.
in the campus. Okay, that's interesting enough.
Outside there, yeah.
Okay, and Johan, what do you do?
I'm a third year BMA student at Tuks. My first instrument is
Tukkies.
obviously percussion. So I also
Third
got
year.
a classical background and then also teach in the afternoons and I do a little bit of session work and so on.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
And Colin, if I'm not mistaken, you're actually a dad as well.
Yes,
Two
dad-
kids, a
dad
day
of
job,
two.
and a band.
That's the thing.
Few bands, actually.
Keeping it busy. Yeah.
Multitasking.
And I work for, well, my full-time job is asset management and procurement job at SAP.
Sure.
So, I have to do the traffic thing to Stanton every single day.
Oh my gosh.
But, night time is gig time.
My time is gig time. Fritz.
Well, I went full time. Well, I've been doing music the last 8 years, on and off. When I went full time February, I was, like Johan mentioned earlier, I was worship leader at church for 4 years. This is taking another take to it, which I'm just a lot happier now. That's where I am.
I can imagine. Now, I actually checked out a few other interviews you guys did, and I saw a very intense quote from one of you, and I think after maybe it wasn't summarized. So,
Yeah, that's
well,
Fritz.
so that's going to come up next. We're going to talk about that quote, and we're also going to talk about the meaning behind it. So tune in for that coming up next. In the meantime, here's some Golden Handshake. 4 a.m. with Golden Handshake here on Tuks FM 107.2. In studio with me, this is the SA Music Show. I've got with me Fritz Gun. And now it's time to actually bring up some... It's a bit of a throwback, isn't it? Because you can't remember this quote.
No, I can obviously elaborate on
Okay.
that quote.
We all know you're pretty good at elaboration for a time now. Okay, so... someone asked you what's the future for Fritz Gun, and what you said was dropping the high-paying crappy gigs for the original gigs and getting paid for them. It's quite a lot, eh?
Yes, I think that quote would have been the low-paying crappy gigs. It should have been that. It's
Ooh,
probably
well,
a typo. But
Double check though, eh?
But yeah,
That's the
what I
website
basically
says.
mean with that is just being a musician full time. You can't just do one thing. You have to be jack of all trades to survive. So a lot of guys are into production or something remotely related to that, and or they teach because they have to. So we all kind of do that to some extent, but obviously we all want to be that transcendental, elusive band that making the highlights and getting paid for just doing that.
You guys really are intense online though, and a lot of the bios we are going to be the rubble that's immersed from the rubble.
Well,
That's all Fritz, though.
The rest of them are like, hey man, we're chilled.
Johan shares in my viewpoints. He's in this for life, I guess, and we don't really have another choice. We don't want to do anything else, really. We can do a lot of other stuff, and we will do a lot of other stuff, but we'll never stop making music unless,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So someone recently in the group got inked. We saw it is you, Colin.
It is
you
me.
got inked, and I actually saw it on Twitter first, and now I see it's actually on your shoulder.
Yeah.
There we go. If you don't know the ink, it's actually a vinyl.
Yeah.
Spinning.
Yeah, going at full speed.
Do you have any other tattoos?
No, this is the first one. Basically, I've been waiting for quite a few years to get it done.
That's
there's
good.
actually-
That's the right amount of time to wait for a tattoo.
But it's actually a three-part thing. So
Really?
I have, I'm quite religious as well.
Okay.
So and then obviously my two kids. So there's the three things in my life that's going to stay constant. So I wanted to wait for that kind of thing. I didn't want to just put a picture up that I'm going to get bored of in 2 weeks or whatever. So the music is obviously is the first part. That's never going to change. It will always be part of me. So that's what the vinyl represents. And when it's all done, there's going to be a little cross and some words for my kids as well.
Nice. Do any of the other band members have some tattoos?
I've got a
A drum kit.
drum kit with the date of my first lesson.
How big is this drum kit? I just want to know the pain that gets involved. That is quite a drum kit right there. There we go.
Yeah, and then it's got the words "Pursuing the Dream."
Not pain. Pursuing the dream.
Obviously it's not a joyful experience. Only afterwards though. So yeah.
Nice.
So,
I just want to add to
Flippie,
that.
yeah?
Are you going to get hashtag Sonar on that gun?
No, please don't get tattoos of hashtags there. Hashtag not
He's
happening.
recently been endorsed by...
yeah, I got an endorsement from Sonar now. Not only for drums but as well for the off stuff, the educational little xylophones that the kids play on.
Oh, okay.
So obviously going to be doing that in the future after my music degree. So got along on board with them for that as well. So
Nice. And the rest of the band, tattoos?
Well, We've got
You look so
pretty
nervous about
graphic, descriptions of how much this hurts from the other guys.
Yeah.
So I think me and Fritz are holding back a bit.
Is it the pain or is it the I
money?
don't know what I want to...
Well, for me, it's that as well.
Yes.
You don't
But
know...
I have decided to wait until I'm like 30 and see if there's something that I won't get bored of in 2
That's the
weeks.
rule. Someone says either like make it your desktop or something, and if you like it, I mean, I change my nail polish every day. So obviously you guys, well, I mean, it's up to you if you wear nail polish, but I mean, you would know if you're indecisive or not.
Yeah.
Well, I can say one thing. Once you start, you're not going to stop. I can speak for
Exactly.
everyone.
Oh,
it's an
it's
addictive kind of
addictive
pain.
thing.
It's painful, but it's addictive, definitely.
I would just get a little store or something. No offense to anyone having a store, but you know, once you start screwing up the left arm, you probably need to do it properly all
The
the way.
sleeve.
Yeah.
So going in from what people don't know, so moving on from tattoos, what people don't know is that Colin and Fritz were at Tuks FM 5 years ago. I saw a picture of you guys playing PlayStation. that thing isn't here anymore. I checked. I made sure. Do we have a PlayStation? Yes, we don't.
Fritz actually mentioned to me, I think we almost missed the interview for the PlayStation. We were in the middle of a soccer match.
We had an interview.
Oh, we had an interview.
We didn't have one that day.
So you guys were here for other bands at that time?
Yes, Johan, that's the band I spoke of earlier, which me and Fritz did this goodbye. It's a band that I started about, I think it was about 6 years ago, but that interview was 5 years ago. That's what we were here for then. I think, big ups for Wayne Alicia's before he left. He's the guy that used a lot of our songs back then and played a lot of our, he supported us quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to play some more music, and then when we get back into it, we're going to talk about Johan's flatmate. Because you so want to. And then we're also going to talk about more about the music. That coming up next. And stay tuned for Fritz Gun and their newest single, A Darkness Express. That coming up next.
Yeah.
Manners Machine with Burnout here on Tuks FM 107.2. This is your SA Music Show. And in studio, we have Fritz Gun. Been talking everything from day jobs to tattoos. And now we're going to talk about something probably not so serious. Johan's roommate.
Hey, Misha.
So tell us about your roommate. Apparently, he's your biggest fan.
Yes. Well, sometimes I think he's forced because he lives with me, so he has no choice. No, I'm joking. No, he actually really digs our stuff. I've been friends with the guy for a lot of years now, and he's a real stand-up guy. And every time he gets a chance to come support us, he's there. Every time he gets a chance to share.
He must be so tired of the set list by now. I think he's
Yeah.
You should make him the manager or something.
We need a manager like him, but we would like him still just as a fan.
Why not a manager? I'm here to advocate for Misha here. We need to get a manager.
We'll speak to him when we get back home.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Request ball going.
So, back to the music. You guys have performed people like Van Kokartal and Die Antwoord even. So, who has been, in terms of performing with bands, who has been your favorite band to perform alongside? Did you ever get starstruck by a band at some point?
Sure. I can honestly say, I think for the performances that I did, and this was all done while me and Fritz were playing together, it was probably Van Kokartal.
Really?
I had some fun with those guys. I played with Franco, well, not with Franco, but I played in a band in my school days already, Pot Jewel and stuff like that, and when Phlippie was still playing. And those guys are just fun to play around with, always fun, off stage, on stage. Great, that'd be mine, definitely.
Cool, man. And anyone you're actually hoping to at some point play alongside?
It's very quiet.
I can say, I don't know what the rest will say, but Dan Petlansky is a guy that I would really like to meet and perform with.
Very nice.
Yeah, very big influence.
I think that'll be a good show as well, because I think we tried to strive a little bit of what he's doing to get that, but obviously still do our own unique thing. So I know if Fritz will obviously have something to say about this. So.
I'm not going to go into that. No comment.
For the album that's coming up, are there collaborations? Can we expect collaborations on the album? Fritz Gun with anybody?
It might happen, but I think we want to establish ourselves as the members that we are. So I think we're just adding Colin on the recordings that will be done for the rest of the year for the first album too. Yeah. And that's it. So no collaborations as of yet. But it's not a bad idea.
No, it's definitely not a bad idea, especially in South African music.
Yes.
Tell us something that we don't know about Fritz Gun yet. Maybe something interesting, maybe something funny about you guys that not a lot of people know, and you're like, hey.
He's very particular about his guitar sound.
Very. As are you, young man.
Young man, it's getting
I'm the
heated.
oldest one, yeah.
Yo.
Show me your tattoo. He can't call you young man anymore. Anything we don't know? Besides a crazy roommate.
Hey.
Anything?
Yo, nothing actually I can think about now, except for Fritz sometimes. Well, he's getting better now, but he used to be late all the time.
That's like a chronicle. It's a condition. It's not.
Really? You were the last person here today.
I was still here
Which is
beforehand.
how we know it's getting better.
Oh, I love how it's being monitored. Yeah.
So I like the.
He's on probation.
The sir is now the young man in the situation. Coming up next, we're actually gonna be playing a song, gonna be playing some music, and then we'll be playing your newest release, A Darkness Express. And then after that, the king of anti-summarization, Fritz, we're gonna be asking him to give hashtags instead of explanations. Maybe that'll shorten some of the answers. All of that coming up next. Done with you here on Tuks FM on your SA Music Show. So Fritz Gun, Misha, Johan's roommate, flatmate's cricket, just SMS'd in, oi, I'm not crazy. So he definitely is listening out there.
Hey, yeah.
What a champ.
Yeah, what a champ.
When we hear from you guys again, I want to see if he's made manager yet.
Okay. You probably would.
Promotion there somewhere. So we're going to play now Fritz Gun, Darkness Express. This is the second single off, basically, the up-and-coming album, can we say?
Yeah.
Get You Out.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about also Get You Out and also the next song, Darkness Express? Guys?
Okay. Against me. Okay, so obviously I wrote the songs, and so the first song, Get You Out, it's basically it comes down to the whole Fritz Gun principle, and I won't elaborate on that now. But with Darkness Express, the latest one, it's got a strong story to it, the entire song, and it's basically a relationship I came out of, obviously, so it's always something emotional like that, and just the way things can, but it's written in a universal manner, so it can be applicable to different kind of setups. So,
okay.
Yeah, but obviously you get too busy with life and then you miss a lot of the important stuff.
Talking about the album though, so it was proposed for August, but that you're saying that's a bit optimistic.
It is optimistic. Recordings costs money and labels are difficult to get their attention. So that's the only reason we're going to postpone it probably, but we're still going to finish up this year. We need to, yeah. Yep. It's another way.
Hey man, nice. We're going to be playing A Darkness Express coming up next from Fritz Gun, and then afterwards we're going to see if the band, especially Fritz, can play the hashtag game. Fritz Gun, Darkness Express. That is the newest one. Well done, guys. Yeah. They're all clapping in the FOMO room. The fear of missing out room. Or other people like to call it the other studio. But they always look like they're having fun, so you get FOMO. They were jamming. They were jamming the entire time. There we go. Yeah. They're still jamming. Look at him. Look at him go. Thanks, man. So you're saying a little bit later than August. Now, like I said, we're going to be playing a little game. The hashtag game. This is a newly derived game on the SA Music Show due to the fact that Fritz can't answer anything short. So we're going to try it. And the other band members, you guys, all of you, Colin, Johan, Phlippie, we're all going to try this now, okay? Now, like I said, I will give you a red card, hashtag red cards, if you give me a sentence with a hashtag, okay? Now, we're going to try Fritz first, and if we can't, we're going to do that whole, like, tap out, tap in. It's one other person. Call a friend. Are you ready, Fritz?
He's going to get a red card.
Now, earlier I asked you to describe the band in 5 words. How about describing the band in 5 hashtags?
Okay,
They're already like, nah.
I wanted to say...
Betting money under the table there.
I'm still going to
say it.
Hashtag Colin's guitar is loud.
Hashtag I'm trying to be badass.
Okay, no, that's the first red card.
And they were actually doing that while we were off air as well.
And I did school them. Okay, no, let's try it for real now. Hashtags, 1 word each to describe Fritz Gun.
Okay, so hashtag expressive music. Can I do that?
Yes. Yeah. Phlippie.
Hashtag loud but reserved.
Johan.
Hashtag fun.
Hashtag.
You're already on probation. Careful now.
Oh, that's why I'm struggling. No, exciting.
There we go.
Exciting.
There we go. Actually, talking about exciting, Fritz while we were playing, Darkness Express was saying, I'm not playing topless tonight.
Well, yes.
What is that about?
Well, we're playing a show at Shiva's The Grotto tonight, and I have a tendency of going topless because I can't make up my mind of what to wear. That's just basically.
Yeah, there are worse things than playing topless. I've seen it. Don't worry. Okay, but you guys aren't just in Fritz Gun. You guys have also got other things that you're involved in. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, so there's this band, Alan Let's Move On, and they used to be pretty active and pretty busy a couple of years back, and we're starting up again, this time with me in for the ride.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
One of his 25 bands or something.
Well,
Alan Let's Move. What?
Alan Let's Move On.
Oh, I like that. Johan, Colin?
I'm the only other one that also plays another band. It's actually the drummer from This Goodbye is playing. I'm playing with him as well.
Oh.
Seems like you can't leave your old bandmates alone. So
It's almost like a family.
it is. So the band's called The Fix. Doing old school rock and roll covers, but everything from AC/DC straight to Metallica all the way through to Maroon 5. So I mean, we got a big genre that we cover. But, fun times.
Nice. We're going to play a little bit more music, and then we're going to talk about what's the next gig with Fritz Gun. And there's a nice compliment on the SMS line, which I'll be, paying you on air just in a bit. St. Lucia with Elevate here on Tuks FM. This is your SA Music Show, and we're ending off the interview with Fritz Gun. It's been a good one, guys. I actually want to read you a compliment that you actually received on the SMS line. It's from someone saying wow to a new song, first of all. So that's
Sweet.
Nice. Someone else complimenting, and also someone, a 63-year-old fan of Tuks FM, Brian, he's actually saying to Fritz Gun, I want to compliment you guys. You get our old fossils heart pumping and feet stomping. He's saying local is lacquer. So doesn't that make you feel good? Maybe Brian should be the manager and Misha doesn't make it.
Yeah, they can form a partnership.
Hopefully. So what's going on tonight? Shivas? Shivas is tonight?
Yes,
You're going to keep your top on?
There's no promises. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're doing Railways on the 23rd, Chameleon Brewhouse 24th, Rumours Lounge on the 27th of May, and then obviously June 11th we're up at Wolves, Cockpit Brewhouse on the 14th, and Blue Crane on the 25th, and the 31st of July, Klitsgras. I'm going to stop for now.
Okay, well, that's great, guys. Anything else you want to add? Where can people get you online, social media?
Yeah, so you can search for us on Bandcamp or wherever to download our music if you really want to do that. SoundCloud as well, and Facebook, Fritz Gun, FRITZ space GUN.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot to you.
See you at Shivas tonight. Everyone's clapping in the other room.
Yeah.
Yay,
Thanks,
they
everyone.
enjoyed it. Fritz Gun.